Live on KBTX, the Brazos Valley's news leader. This is News 3 at noon.
Good afternoon and welcome to the 21st annual KBTX Food for Families Food Drive. I'm Crystal Galney.
And I'm Mac Morris here to talk about Food for Families this year here in the Brazos Valley.
This is Mac's very first year, so very exciting. This
Excited
is
to be here.
16th year, and it is a wonderful holiday tradition for your family. If you haven't been out here before, I encourage you to do so and help those less fortunate in our community.
And certainly here at the lunch hour, a perfect opportunity. If you got a little time off, head on over here. The line's not too long. Perfect opportunity to give to those in need here in the Brazos Valley.
Absolutely, and this is a very special hour because this hour, HEB is matching your donation up to $5,000. Rich White is joining us from HEB. Hey, thanks for being here.
Glad to be here. We're real happy to be here each year that this event goes on.
Absolutely, y'all are out here early in the morning. You work so hard, not only donating money, but also just to hours and trucks and everything.
Yeah, we have 4 stores here in the valley, and each of the stores takes a turn at spending an hour in just sorting the food.
That's awesome. Okay, what do you have for us here? Big old check.
So today we're going to provide 25,000 meals in the Brazos Valley by donating $5,000 in addition to the food that we have on the truck behind us.
Wow, and y'all have a lot of food on that truck as well.
Yeah, we do. It's part of our process that we do, that we've joined with the Brazos Valley for over the past 10 years. We've contributed over 410,000 pounds of food in that time frame, along with $25,000. But it's all part of just helping to fight hunger here in the Brazos Valley.
And you see that firsthand, absolutely.
Absolutely, yeah. It's a fun way for us to give back to the community, but also to be a part of the community in such a great cause.
Well, we thank you so much for your generous donation as well as all the work y'all do. And again, this is the matching hour, so come out now and they are going to match you dollar for dollar to help those in need. Okay, more from the Brazos Valley Food Bank coming up in just a minute. But first, we're going to go to the studio for a look at today's headlines with Clay Falls.
Thank you very much, Crystal and Mac. Our top stories of the day: an autopsy has been ordered to figure out what caused the death of a Texas A&M fraternity member. The body of 20-year-old Matthew Hayes was found unresponsive at the Sigma Phi Epsilon house off Graham Road yesterday. According to A&M's online directory, Hayes was a sophomore and studying engineering. The sheriff's office says there were no signs of foul play. Hayes was last seen alive by his fraternity brothers around midnight the day before after a party.
They thought he was sleeping in, didn't bother him, and it wasn't until later in the afternoon that they finally checked on him and found him in the condition he was in.
This is the second death of a fraternity member at A&M in recent months. Back in August, a 19-year-old Sigma Nu fraternity member died from a drug overdose at the organization's home in College Station. Several fraternity members were arrested on drug-related charges. Today marks the 75th anniversary of Japan's surprise assault on Pearl Harbor. Survivors will attend commemorative ceremonies to honor those who died. John Blackstone reports from the battleship Arizona in Pearl Harbor, Hawaii, where veterans and family members gathered to look back.
A few hundred yards from the Arizona, a small group gathered at sunset to remember the men who served on the USS Utah. The rusting wreckage of the Utah remains in the exact spot in Pearl Harbor where it went down, hit by 2 Japanese torpedoes 75 years ago this morning. 58 died, but more than 400 crew members survived. Gilbert Meyer, 93, is one of only 6 still living. How did you make it off the ship?
I swam. I was sleeping down on the starboard side here. The torpedoes hit the port. That's why she's rolling.
You were asleep when the torpedoes hit?
Yeah, well, I had the mid-watch, and I stayed up all night.
The ceremony here honors not just those killed on the Utah, but many of the survivors who in death chose to be with their shipmates, their ashes placed in the wreckage. The veterans returning for this 75th anniversary are now mostly in their 90s. Their numbers dwindling, some call it the last reunion.
Welcome these gentlemen back.
For those serving today, the aging veterans serve as an inspiration.
When I walk up to them in my uniform as a 3-star general, they immediately try to stand up or salute me. And I have to tell them, please, I'm honoring you. The honor is mine.
Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe has announced he will be coming to Pearl Harbor later in December to meet President Obama here. But a spokesman for the Prime Minister made it clear he is coming to pay respect to the dead and not to apologize for what happened here 75 years ago. John Blackstone, CBS News, Pearl Harbor.
Authorities made 2 arrests after a night of large, mostly peaceful protests on the Texas A&M campus. The demonstrators surrounding the Memorial Student Center were protesting the visit of prominent white nationalist Richard Spencer. Spencer spoke last night on campus. The protests remained peaceful for most of the evening, but quickly turned tense when protesters stormed the lobby of the MSC. Troopers in riot gear were called in to help clear out the building for most of the evening. The protests were peaceful with plenty of music, dancing, and chants. There was also a silent protest on the other end of Rudder Plaza. Along with those peaceful protests, the university held a counter event called Aggies United. The event was created to counter Spencer's appearance and unite all Aggies to help combat any form of hate. A&M brought some major players, including professional singers, actors, and former students. They even included a talent portion with some current students. Organizers say at least 5,000 tickets were pulled to get through the gates at Kyle Field. Stay with us. We'll have much more coming up, including more from our annual Food for Families food drive. Mac will have a check of your forecast right after this.
It's all about people. It's all about home. Working together, loving our own. KBTX, it's the time that we share. It's for you, it's for me. People who care. Brazos Valley, this is for you. News 3, this is your news.
Welcome back to the Brazos Center for the annual KBTX Food for Families food drive. Joining me now is Dr. Clark Ely, Superintendent of College Station ISD, and you have a crew with you today.
Absolutely, Crystal. Thank you so much. Yes, we have with us right now, we have central office staff, administrators with us here. Brought one of our buses and a whole busload of food to be able to give back to the community. In College Station ISD, we're just so thankful to be a part of this community, and we look forward to giving back in any way that we can.
Talk about what y'all collected and who's collected it.
So we've collected at all of our schools. We've had schools coming since the early this morning. We'll have them come through late in the afternoon, and we've collected a lot of canned goods and non-perishables to help out folks in the Brazos Valley. We just appreciate so much the Brazos Valley Food Bank and what they do for kids and families all across this community, and kids and families in College Station ISD benefit a great deal from the work they do, from the backpack programs that we have in our schools, and just other ways that they give back to our kids and our families.
Yeah, you see the need firsthand in the schools. How is it? Why is it important that you instill that in your students to give back?
Well, when we take kids in College Station ISD and have them for 13 years, we're not producing kids that can take a test. We're producing kids who can be productive citizens and give back to their community. So things like today are one of the most valuable days that we have in our entire school year.
Absolutely. Well, thank you all for being here and for all your hard work with those kids. More from the Brazos Center. There's a line right now, but it's not very long, so this is a good time on your lunch break to come and drop off some non-perishable food items and, of course, monetary donations as well. All right, we're going to send things over to Madisonville, to one of our other donation sites, to see what they're up to.
Hey, that's right. We're here in Madisonville, here with Carly. We've been having a great day all day here at the Kimbrough Center. You know, last year here in Madisonville, they raised 13,700 pounds of food and then almost $9,000.
Yes.
We're on our way. How much do we have so far?
So far we have about $3,400. So we're about a third of the way there as far as we were last year, but still definitely want more monetary donations and even canned food donations. But one thing that we want to really talk about for canned food donations is if they're expired, we can't use them. So as much as we appreciate them, we can't use them. And this is a look at how much of that items that we have that are expired and we can't use. So if you do bring anything, just be sure to check that expiration date.
And also, a lot of kiddos are the ones that benefit from the Brazos Valley Food Bank. So if you think of diapers, baby food, things like that that you might not typically have in your cabinets necessarily, but they are really good to donate. I'm here with two seniors from Iola High School, members of the back-to-back state championship winning volleyball team. They're helping us out today. How are y'all doing?
Great.
Why'd y'all want to come out and help today?
We just thought it would be a great opportunity to come and help our surrounding communities.
Absolutely. They've been sorting stuff all throughout the morning. We hope that you guys come out, obviously, and help us with that. Why'd you come out today?
It's just a really good way to give back to our community and just show some support.
And they're also in the National Honor Society. They brought a big donation, which was really nice. So we appreciate you girls for being out here. And come see us at the Kimbrough Center. We're here until 7 o'clock. And now we're going to go check it out over at Navasota.
Thank you very much. We have some great news to report here from Mid-South Synergy. The goal in food to raise for today was 10,000 pounds, and we're just halfway through, and we're already at 7,100 pounds. So well on our way to not only meeting that goal, but exceeding that goal. And right now we've collected about $3,200. All of that is thanks in large part to the many school groups who have stopped by today. One of them is Webb Elementary. Hello, guys.
Hey.
And you all have come out year after year. Why do you continue to come out and support Food for Families?
One of the things that we like to do at our school is foster a sense of community and a way to give back to the place where we live. And so we sponsor a collection date each year, and we did about a 2-week collection and raised about 5,300 cans this year.
Wow, that is impressive.
I was proud of our group.
And you all worked so hard on this. What was your favorite part about putting this all together and helping out?
Putting it in the boxes.
Did you use your muscles?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right. Well, thank you all for coming out and helping. We always love to see your smiling faces.
Thank you, appreciate it.
That will do it for us here from Navasota. We'll be back right after this.
News 3 weather from the Pinpoint Forecast Team. Brought to you by the Bank and Trust, local bank, local bankers. And now, local weather.
Well, hey everybody, we're out here at the Brazos Center. Lots of donations going on here for KBTX Food for Families. Great opportunity. If you're on your lunch break, come on out here, give some donations, bring some cash donations, whatever you can do to help out. You know, just $1 is 5 meals for one person. So certainly giving is a great opportunity this afternoon and all day today here at the Brazos Center. Why don't we get a current look outside? We got some breaks in those clouds, but we also got a little bit of sunshine here and there, but overall temperatures have been a bit on the cool side today. We started off this morning with temperatures in the mid-40s, but so far we've already made it into the mid-50s in College Station. We're still in the upper 40s though in Bryan. One thing I've noticed since I've been out here is there's been almost no wind. That, folks, is going to change. Current conditions, we've got some passing clouds out there. We have some breaks in them like you see on a visible satellite imagery. We're not going to see a lot of breaks in the clouds today, but we will see some warmer temperatures perhaps by mid to late afternoon. But our current temperatures right now, we're in the mid-50s for most of us. Close to 60 though in Hempstead, upper 50s also in Brenham and Belleville, 56 in Conroe, and 54 at this hour in Crockett. But as we take a look at those next couple of days, that temperature roller coaster around the Brazos Valley, going to be a bit of a change. We got an Arctic cold front headed this way for tomorrow and, even maybe late tonight through overnight hours. And that's going to bring some gusty winds to the area and some much cooler temperatures. 40s for highs, about 15 to 20 degrees below average. Here's those current winds. Not much to talk about right now, but as we get a look at our wind gust forecast, those winds are going to start to steadily but surely increase late tonight. After around 11 o'clock, we'll see those winds pick up to around 10 to 15, and overnight tonight about 15 to 25 miles per hour. So we're going to have some gusty winds tomorrow morning, waking up to temperatures in the 40s. We're going to have probably wind chills in the 20s and 30s perhaps early tomorrow. And then the afternoon probably in the upper 30s and low 40s. It'll be chilly, but it could be worse. Look at Minot, all the way up in northern North Dakota. Feels like 19 below zero. That is chilly. We're going to get some of that Arctic air and just not quite that cold. As far as things go across the country, quite a bit of snow up to our north, but we're staying pretty quiet. Some of those clouds streaming in from the west, but that frontal boundary slowly making its way further south. And as it does so, it'll bring that cooler air and some gusty winds along with it, like I just mentioned. But across the Brazos Valley, you might see a stray shower or a sprinkle later this afternoon as that front gets further south. Here's your pinpoint forecast through around 7 o'clock this evening. Like I said, a couple of stray showers, maybe some sprinkles through this evening, about 20 to 30% chance. That front pushes further south, and then temperatures drop off a cliff overnight tonight into tomorrow, and we won't get much above the mid-40s by tomorrow afternoon. Here's your 7-day forecast. Temperatures going to be in the mid to upper 40s both Thursday and Friday, but as we head into the weekend, we'll actually see temperatures get a little bit warmer, probably in the upper 50s to maybe the mid-60s by Sunday. and then we have another chance for some rain by this weekend. And things looking pretty good, at least for the Brazos Valley, just back and forth, up and down, all over the place. Pretty typical for December around the Brazos Valley. But hey, great opportunity to come out here today. Very little in the way of wind. Temperature's not too bad, but certainly going to be much cooler coming up here pretty soon as we head into the next couple days. Why don't we go ahead and send it out to Franklin? We got Whitney and Michael out there.
Here we go. Hey, well, thanks, Mac Attack. We appreciate it, man. We're having a blast out here in Franklin. We're at the Navasota Valley Electric Cooperative. We're here on Highway 79, just east of town. We have had a great morning, and we are on track to have a fantastic afternoon out here for the 21st Annual Food for Families Food Drives. Second year that we've been out here, and Whitney, you have a big update.
Well, I do. I really, really do. And to do that update, I need my good friend Kayla out here. She is with the Navasota Valley Electric Co-op, and we're just going to talk a little bit about where we are with numbers. She's the woman with the numbers right now. So far, we are already, this year, we are already almost halfway to the weight that we want. Tell us what the numbers are.
So the numbers are, for last year it was 2,968 for the entire day, and today, just halfway through, we're already at 2,044 pounds. So just a few hundred pounds away from passing that up. We're already out of boxes. It's awesome.
Awesome. So a lot of people are coming out. Our goal today is to get to 5,000 pounds of food, and we also want to raise $5,000. So far, we've raised about nearly $900.
Correct.
Yeah. So you've seen people coming through today. I know that what am I trying to say? The county judge was here today. Tell me about the people that stopped by so far.
Well, so we've had just a lot more engagement than we had last year, more traffic and more excitement. So, it's catching on. So it's just really fun to be out here today.
Yeah.
Kayla, thank you so much. Thank you. This is so much fun. We're having a blast out here.
We are. Come see us.
We're going to go ahead and take a quick break here on the noon news, but more coming up from Food for Families, so stay with us.
Your Produce Man is brought to you by the Farm Patch Produce Market and Garden Center.
What is the Produce Man's favorite vegetable? Michael Marks tells us in today's Produce Man Report.
Yes, all this week we're talking about my favorite things. What are some of your favorite things as we move into the holiday season? So we get to my favorite vegetable. Oh man, people either love this vegetable or they hate this vegetable. There are no in-betweens when it comes to Brussels sprouts, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, your Produce Man's favorite vegetable. Oh, I love these. I call these the Rodney Dangerfield of produce. They get no respect. So anyway, a couple things about these new varieties. These are newer varieties of Brussels sprouts, which means they're a little bit sweeter and milder. They don't have that awful odor that you remember when your grandmother cooked the Brussels sprouts. When you're picking out the Brussels sprouts, come down here. I want to show you something. A couple things I want you to look for. First of all, I want you to find the smaller ones. Smaller ones will be the sweeter ones. Also, make sure there's no yellow on any of the leaves. Those will be sweet Brussels sprouts. I'm Michael Marks, your Produce Man.
We're back out here at the Brazos Center. Crews have been out here all morning since 5:30. You can see volunteers working really hard, sorting all that food that you drop off so they can sort it, then take this truck over to the Brazos Valley Food Bank to give those to the people in need. We got some great volunteers over here, don't we?
Yeah, we got Chief McGregor here from Bryan Fire Department. What are you doing out here this afternoon? What are you here for, and what exactly do we got going on here?
Well, just a lot. We're out here to help unload the food, to pack it up, and prepare it to travel out of here. I'm actually heading out candy canes right now, so that's very important. But again, we're just here to help the drive and help get all this taken care of, and we're excited to be here.
Yeah, we're excited to have you here as well. Lots of volunteers out here today helping get food for the Brazos Valley, something that many people so desperately need, and you wouldn't even believe how many people really need the food here in the Brazos Valley, and every contribution, every donation you give helps.
That's right, and for this hour, HEB is matching dollar for dollar your their donation, and that dollar can create 5 meals. The Brazos Valley Food Bank can do so much with the money. So if you don't want to come out here or you can't come out here, just go to KBTX.com. You can donate online. You can also, we'd love to see you out here. And there's a line, but it's going really quickly, and there's school groups and entertainment, and so you can come and listen and enjoy and get a candy cane from the chief.
And you can even bring your dog along. Maybe get them a dog treat.
We've got dog treats as well, so everybody come out, please.
Yeah, and the volunteers are from the Bryan Fire Department. They are sorting the food right now. We have volunteers all day long. It is such a great tradition. If you haven't been out here, we'd love to see you. And we may be leaving shortly, the noon show, but this is going on here at the Brazos Center till 10:30 tonight. Come and join us for the KBTX 21st Annual Food for Families Food Drive. Have a great afternoon, everyone.